Today we're going to create a very simple poster design using Adobe Photoshop. And if you're looking for this PSD file, it's available on my Patreon. And if you are new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe. And from onwards, I'll try to be very consistent and there are a lot to cover. So without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Alright, so here we're in Photoshop, and very first thing, let's create an artboard, and for that press Ctrl and N, and then I'm going for 4x5 as always, and let's keep the resolution as 300, color mode to RGB, bitrate to 8, and let's keep everything as default, and let's click on create. And here is the thing, the approach of designing is a little different, and then I'm gonna create two composition or two artboards separately, and then we're gonna create some elements on one artboard and then import it on another one. So let's start doing it. So very first thing, let's create a rectangle, and then let's make it something like that, and let's make it the corner a little rounded. Here we go, and then let's change the color to kind of white. Let's turn off the visibility for now, and let's make a copy. Ctrl J, press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little smaller, and then on this one let's add a stroke for this one. So let's go and let's get a kind of darker stroke. Let's go for a little off-white, maybe somewhere around here, and then let's keep it as 8, and let's click on OK, and let's make one more copy. Ctrl J. So before that, let's do some color adjustment on this image. So let's convert it as a smart object, and let's go to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and then what I like to do is just drop down the highlights. Let's increase the shadows, let's increase the clarity, let's increase the texture, let's go to the detail tab, let's increase the color noise reduction, and let's go to color mixture, and from here let's drop down the saturation for orange a little bit, yep, somewhere around here, and let's drop down the luminance for green a little down, and for yellows too, yep, somewhere around here, and let's click on OK, and let's drag and drop this image right over here, and let's make it a little bigger. Ctrl T. Here we go, and let's right click, create clipping mask, so that this image is going to stay inside this rectangle. Ctrl T. Let's move it a little down, and let's add some few elements here and there. So the very first thing, let's add a text 12, and then let's change the font to, I will say, let's go for this one. Next sign, let's make it bold, and let's change the color to kind of darker green, and then Ctrl T. Let's move it right around here. Maybe let's make it a little smaller, or you know what, like what I'll do is let's keep it right around here, and for this rectangle let's make these two rectangles a little smaller. Ctrl T. Here we go, somewhere around like this size, and let's move this image a little down, and let's add few other text. So here we go, and let's change the font size a little smaller, and then let's make it light. Ctrl T. Let's add some rotation. Let's keep it right around here, and let's keep it for just 2 lines only, and let's make one more copy. Ctrl J, Ctrl T. Let's add rotation, and let's move it right around here. So let's drag another PNG right over here, and then let's keep it maybe right around here. Let's make it a little smaller, and let's change the color overlay to kind of similar color, just like so. Control T. Let's keep it right around here, and let's move it somewhere around here, and let's make one more copy. Alt and drag. Let's keep it one right around here, and let's add another text around it. Let's make it a little smaller, and then let's keep it somewhere around here. So here is one element, and let's keep everything inside a group, and Control G. So let's rename it as a player stock, and then let's make one more copy. Control J. Let's hide this for now, and then let's delete this image. We don't need it. Maybe let's delete that rectangle. Let's remove those rectangles too. Here we go. And maybe let's remove this text too, even this text, and let's make this PNG a little bigger. Let's keep it in the center. Control T. Yep, just like so, and let's drop down the opacity to maybe around 6 or 5. Yep, that's look good. Maybe let's delete this text too, and even this one, and let's move this on top somewhere around here. And then let's add a few more details around here. Or here we go. Let's delete this one. Let's move them a little up, and detail. Let's take the sticky stock. Okay. And then what I'll do is let's turn on this visibility for this one, and let's merge this group. So Control J to make a copy, and then let's merge this group, and then again let's make a copy of this group again. Control J, and let's merge this group, and we're gonna have two single separate images. Let's make a new composition or new artboard. So again, press Control and N, and I'm going for 4x5 resolution to 300, color mode to RGB, and everything is default. Let's click on create, and then let's drag this simple single image right over here, and then Control T. Let's do a distort, and here we go, and let's make it something like that. There we go, and then Control T. Let's make it a little smaller, and let's keep it right around here, or maybe right around here, and let's drag and drop another single image. So let's drag and drop right over here. Let's keep it under this image. Control T. Again, let's add a distort, and then let's move it right around here. Let's make both of them a little smaller, just like so, and let's move this little on this side, and let's create one more layer. Go to brush, and let's add some shadows right around here, and for the shadows let's go for a darker color. There we go, and let's drop down the opacity a little bit. Let's go on very bottom. Let's add a solid, and let's give a kind of darker green color, something like that. And let's make one more copy again. Go to brush, and let's go for a kind of lighter green, maybe a little lighter, just like so. And let's add some base right around here. Maybe let's drop down the opacity a little more. Yep, here we go. And then let's drag and drop this image again, and let's keep it all the way to the bottom. Control T. Let's add some rotation, Let's add some distort. Here we go. And let's go for filter. Let's go for blur. Let's go for a motion blur. Here we go, and then let's make a one more copy of this clear image. Pick up copy, Ctrl J. So let's go to blur and let's add a motion blur too. And let's make it a little down, something like that. And let's create a layer mask. Go to brush and let's erase some of these parts, and let's do the same thing for this image. So let's make a copy, Ctrl J, go to filter, let's go for a blur, and let's go for a motion blur. And then let's create a layer mask again. Let's go to brush, and with the black color selected, let's remove some of these effects from here. So now let's drag and drop another image. So let's go over here, and before that let's do a simple color adjustment. So go to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and let's try applying previous setting and let's see how it looks. Let's apply for previous setting. I think it looks pretty okay. And for the exposure, let's increase exposure a little bit, and maybe let's increase the texture a little bit. Yep, something like that. And let's click on OK. And now let's drag and drop this image right over here. Let's keep it all the way to the top. Ctrl T, let's make it a little smaller, just like so. Here we go. And then let's create a new layer. Let's keep it under display clear image, and let's go back to brush and let's add some contact shadow. And for that I'm going for a kind of darker color, and then let's squeeze the brush, something like that. Maybe some more. Here we go. And let's add some contact shadows, and let's zoom in and let's add one more right around here. Now let's add a texture on very top. So let's drag and drop this texture right around here. Let's keep it all the way to the top, and then press Ctrl and T. Let's make it a little smaller. Let's add a rotation, and then let's change the blending option to screen, and let's drop down the opacity a little bit, and let's add a color LUT on very top. And let's go over here, click on load, and I'm going for windy mood LUT. So select this one and click on load, and let's drop down the opacity for this LUT a little bit, just like so. And then let's add one color balance on very top, and let's go for kind of yellowish tone and maybe a little green. So here we go. So that's the final, and I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, you guys take care, be safe, and be creative. Bye bye.